Okay. Welcome everyone to another episode of How I Met Your Mortgage. I am not certain that we're actually going to have a significant or legitimate broadcast today. We'll see how this transpires and if our guest can join us. So, just a little bit of background so you guys understand what is actually transpiring here. Our guest Michelle Berzins, who is an amazing guest. We're really excited to have her on the show, no question, is actually celebrating her nuptials on her honeymoon in Tuscany, where she was having some intermittent internet problems. She was still committed to doing the broadcast being on How I Met Your Mortgage here. And right as we were getting ready to do that, she decided they were going to book down the street in the rain to a cafe where there would be a more stable internet connection. Right at the time that the internet at my home, thank you, Comcast, for those of you that are familiar, also went down. Not only went down for about 15 minutes, so here we are back up and alive and kicking and having internet stuff. I am going to try to drag my heels a little bit here and see if Michelle is able to jump on and join us, and we'll have a conversation, albeit it might be brief, and see what goes on there. But if not, then we'll certainly just do our normal cycle. We'll move that into next week. In any case, Michelle, if you're out there, feel free to jump on and we will. I'm actually messaging her as we do this so that we can potentially get our interview with Michelle done because it would be a really cool interview to have. And I don't think we've ever done something where we're literally chatting with somebody over our video cast, eventually into the podcast with somebody that's on the other hemisphere. So that might be really cool stuff too. If not, we'll just rebook Michelle. I promise we're not going to deny you guys Michelle by any stretch. That would be unreasonable because she will have amazing content for all of you. She's been doing this a long time, has a great reputation, is a fantastic subject to interview for those of you that follow JTT and want to know about lead gen and team structure, and of course the ultimate goal to make sure that you are building a strict repeat and referral business that you can eventually walk away from while it still pays you. And she is certainly on that path, as are most of our guests and coaching clients and so on and so forth. So I don't see that Michelle is going to jump back on here with us. She isn't seeing those messages since they made their attempt to brave the elements and go out to find some decent internet connection while on her honeymoon in Tuscany. So the level of commitment there is huge, and she certainly treats her business, her clients in the same manner. So that's basically where we're at. I am going to give you guys a bit of a break and not have to just listen to me ramble on and on. So we'll give Michelle another minute here and see if she can join us. And if not, we'll get her rebooked, I promise. And we will certainly be back next week with another episode of How I Met Your Mortgage. A little bit of tidbit on what we've got going on right now, just so I don't leave you guys with zero content from this week. At the end of the week, we are doing the 8th annual Mile High Mastermind. If you want to attend that, certainly feel free to let us know. You can reach out to me. You can go to the website that's scrolling at the bottom of your screen, justthetipscoaching.com. And what else is going on these days? That's about it. Still working on another book. The other two you can certainly get by going to our website. And yeah, I guess I just don't really have all that much for you guys because I do a lot of this on the regular. I don't think we're going to see Michelle pop on. I apologize for that and for the internet related issues, both stateside and in Italy, that are preventing us from doing a broadcast today. And I suspect that that will mean it won't be broadcast through the actual podcast. But for future reference, you can catch us live on Mondays at 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And those podcasts then go to Apple, Spotify, and Amazon 48 hours later. So you can catch new episodes of the podcast on those platforms on Wednesdays. Other than that, I'm going to sign off. Hopefully, we weren't too disappointing without being able to give you guys a solid broadcast this way. Tech problems, they plague us. It's wonderful when it works, and it is heinous when it doesn't. So with that, I'm going to sign off. You guys take care, and we'll see you next week with another episode of How I Met Your Mortgage. Have a good one.